And people are saying it's okay. So we're going to go with this. If it gets bad, please let me know. So we're going to cover a new tool set that we've launched called ExpressVids. And basically what ExpressVids allows you to do is create email video content that you can then send to your client base either through email or text messaging. It's in beta testing right now, so it's just been launched. It's pretty new. We've had it around for a couple of months, but this is the first time they're actually announcing it, I guess, out to everybody. It's been available in your account for a while. A few agents have taken advantage of it, but not that many. So we're going to go and cover what it is and how it works. We're going to be doing a lot with video inside of ListingsMagic. As you are probably aware, it's everywhere. You know, video is everywhere. You know, YouTube has become basically a household word. It's only 10 years old, believe it or not. It's been around for 10 years, or roughly almost 11 now, I guess. But it seems like it's been around forever. I can remember when I got started in real estate, we used to actually make CDs. We would video houses and put them onto CDs and send them to clients. It was a great lead generator because video wasn't available really back in those days. It was probably a little more than 10 years ago. But as you're all aware, with broadband and the ability to watch videos, the videos have just taken off. And so any real estate coach that's out there that's talking these days talks about the value and the power of video and what it allows you to do. And so we're going to cover how we've incorporated this into our product set. There's a lot of other companies out there doing stuff like this that charge $50 a month or more, and this is going to be something that we've decided to include in our product set for at least existing clients at no extra cost. And so what it allows you to do is quickly and easily create video content, send it to an individual client or to groups of clients. You can track who has opened it and who's watched that video, so you've got some metrics that you can actually incorporate into it. Just some stats on video. Roughly 139 million U.S. internet users now watch an average of 82 videos online each month, coming from a company called ComScore. Statistics have shown that video emails can increase engagement rates by up to 300%. So the click-throughs on emails that have videos inside of them are very much more utilized and opened, and the videos watched versus traditional text-only email. And it has a universal appeal. There's a reason you go to the movies or YouTube and Netflix have become so popular. And what video allows you to do is connect on a much more personal and connective level. And so once again, any coach that's out there talking about how to grow your business or how to leverage your client base, a lot of them in the old days would say, go by and stop and visit them. But how much time do you have in the day? Where do they live? A lot of your clients are out of state, possibly, that are moving here. And so video allows you to connect with them in a much more personal and, connected way. And so just a couple of things here on the video side of it. And so what we'll do is we'll jump into the actual product set. And so where it's located is currently under your account settings and new video email service. So this is where you'll find it. And when you actually open this up, it's going to open up into a completely entirely new tab. It's its own product set right now. There is a tie-in between ListingsMagic and your properties and all the stuff that you've done in ListingsMagic to the video tool set. But because it's really a product in and of itself, we run it basically in its own silo, so to speak. And so once you're here, you're going to have a number of different options. And we'll go through these here shortly. There's a little explanation video there. There's a video of me testing it out and kind of explains why you want to do this. So the first thing we're going to do is click on Contacts. And you'll see you probably won't, you may have contacts in this. So we're already dumping any leads that you're getting through ListingsMagic that we capture, whether it's through chat, the virtual tour, the single property site. We actually also, for some of you guys, are capturing leads from Realtor.com, Zillow, and Trulia. Any of those get dumped into your contacts automatically, so you may see them there. If you don't have any in there, then that's because you didn't get any leads yet on it. And that's only in the last couple of months, by the way. So again, if you've gotten leads a year ago and you don't see them in there, that's why we haven't put old ones in there. It's only the ones that you've gotten since we launched this, again, roughly 2 months ago or so. And so there's two ways you can add contacts. You can individually add a contact. So first name, last name. You get a consent to email. in order to send a video to somebody, or a video email, you at least need an email address. But then you've got additional fields you can add into that as well. And then if you have a CRM package or any other lead capture software, more than likely they allow you to export that data in what's called a CSV file. It's a very standard, I don't want to get too technical here for you, but it's a very standard format for moving data from one system to another. And so if you've got that, you would simply upload a file, find that file, click upload, and it'll actually query you on which fields are which. So you'll have to tell it, this is the email field, this is the phone number, this is the first name, this is the last name, but very easy to do. It allows you to do it in bulk and saves you a lot of time. And so once you have those in place, you've got your contacts here. And so I've just got a bunch of people that I've sent either test ones to or just trying things out. Obviously a test one here that you'll see. And so for an individual contact, I've got a couple of actions that I can take. I can either delete it if I don't want them around anymore. I can do a quick send, or I can edit the contact. And so that's something I can do. Or if I click on a couple of them, another tab opens up. You've selected multiple contacts. What would you like to do with them? Send a video email to them. Create a group for them. We'll talk about groups in a second here. Add them to an existing group. Add them to a drip campaign. We'll talk about that later. Or you can delete them in bulk. So you got a couple different options here. So I'm going to take that off and just do an individual one for now. And again, the power of this is that you can do an individual email to somebody. So we'll do that right now. And we click on quick send. And it's just like sending an email. The beauty of this is that it's so easy to do. We're making it very easy to record this video off of any type of device. So whether it's a webcam that I'm going to show you here, or a cell phone. I was going to do a video sample off my cell phone, but I can't do that now because I'm doing the audio from this here. But I'll show you how easy that would be to do as well. And so the email too, I'm going to send it to my Gmail account to test. I'm going to choose, there's going to be a bunch of different templates that we're going to be providing in here. Currently we just have two, a very plain and simple one, and then a branded one that is a little, I guess, more HTML content and a little more fancy, so to speak. And one point of note on this is that simpler is actually better, in my opinion, for a couple of reasons. One is the video that you're going to be sending is really the highlight of the email itself. They're not going to be that impressed by a fancy email that has all kinds of images and graphics inside of it. And a lot of email tools out there, or I should say a lot of email services out there, are looking for things to block, and the fancier the email, they figure that might be spammy. And so you're probably going to have a better, click-through rate and the delivery rate when it comes to using a simple one. But for now, I'm going to show you the branded one. And so you put in the subject, this is a test video for the webinar. So just like any email would have a subject, you'll have a subject. And then you're going to choose your existing videos. So it's a lot of existing videos that I've got in place here, but I'm going to do a new one. And so how you record a new one is you click on record new video. I'm in a demo account known as Jane Realtor, so that's me for today. I'm Jane Realtor. Hi there. And so I can record from a webcam. If I've got an MP4 file that I want to utilize in this, I can do that as well. Or I can record from my phone. And what happens when you record from a phone, you just send yourself a text message, and then you answer that text message and go from there. But I'm going to do the webcam like we talked about. And so it's a nice snowy day here in Colorado. I'm not by a window. I can show you outside. Again, I was going to do my phone, but I didn't. I can't do that now. Here's my phone. Connect to my headset that we talked about. It's probably bumping up against something. That's why you're getting some of the static in here. So this is how you record video. So as a sample, it's like, hey, Joe, happy birthday. I saw it was your birthday today. I wanted to just reach out to you and say happy birthday. I was thinking about you today. Hope you have a fantastic day and a great year. For any of your real estate needs, I'm always available for you, et cetera, et cetera. So you can record it for 30 minutes. Don't go that long. Nobody wants to watch a 30-minute video. Under 2-3 minutes tops. That's what the stats all say. Otherwise, you lose people. It's not a Hollywood production here. So click on. You can preview it or review it again. If you don't like it, you can re-record it, or you can accept it. And so now it's published. We're doing some conversions on the back end here, so the little spinning icon will let you know that you need to wait. At some point, we haven't gone to the next phase of this. We've launched it in beta. The next phase is going to be you don't have to wait, because we are doing some processing behind the scenes, and it takes a couple seconds. And we want to allow you to get back to what you're doing, and so you can not have to wait, get back to the email and send it, and then it'll be in a queue, and will not require you to have to wait until it's complete. But it doesn't take that long. There you go. It's already done. You can give your video a title, video webinar test video. And then you have two choices. You can either use a static image, like this one here, or we create an animated GIF. I always recommend the animated GIF, because inside the email that we're going to send, very few emails allow actual video to be embedded inside of them. I think the numbers are really, really low as far as which tools are out there. The biggest ones don't, and so the best way to have deliverability is to put in a still image that is a hyperlink that takes you to an actual web browser. So I'll show you how that works. We're going to select the animated GIF and say save. And so now that we've created that video and it's all uploaded and stored on our servers, it's going to be available in our drop-down here. So the video that I'm going to select, and it explains to you how to do that. And now here's the body of the email itself. So we're going to overwrite this here. Hey, please click to watch this video I made just for you. And you can make it fancy. You can put in all kinds of stuff in here. You can put in hyperlinks. A lot of things you can do. And now, do you want to get notified when it is open? This is the tracking that we're talking about. So we're going to say yes to that. And then emails. Emails can be repurposed. So everything in this new product set is saved and stored, because you want to possibly use these in a drip campaign. So maybe this is an email for first-time home buyers, and the first video in that series is going to be something about qualifying for a mortgage and how important that is. Don't go look at houses that might be out of your price range. You don't want to get disappointed when you actually find out what you qualify for, whatever. You can do a whole series of videos for first-time home buyers, and so this might be video 1 in that series. So you can give it a name, video webinar email, and you send. And so literally, I don't know how long that took, and I talked about a lot of things here. I'm seeing some hands raised. All right, I will get back to those questions later. And so the video was sent, or the email was sent, I should say. I'm going to open up my Gmail. And you'll see that email is here. And you see the animated GIF that's playing here as well. And it's loading. You won't be able to hear it. The audio is on my computer, so just trust me that it's playing. But that's how easy it is to send. Now I just got notified, because I got my headset on my phone here, and you can't see it, but I just got a text notification that let me know that the video was viewed, that the email was opened, and I'll show you where that actually takes place back inside of the product. So we can close that. It's been sent. I'm going to jump over here for now just to tracking to show you how that works. And so here is the information, the video webinar email test, and it was delivered to one person, because I only sent it to one, to me. It was opened one time, and it was played one time. I can see actually who, if I had a bunch of people inside of here, if I sent it to a bunch of people, it would show me who was it delivered to, who was it opened by, and who viewed it. And so you can, again, get notified of who's actually opening and watching these videos that you're sending out to them, or these emails that you're sending out to them. And the tracking is very important and gives you insights that you can really creep somebody out. A lot of times I actually sent this to a couple of people and they didn't watch it for maybe a week or so, and I forgot about it actually. And all of a sudden, I got a text message that says your video email sent to, whatever the email address was opened and watched. And so I could have really creeped them out and called them and said, hey, how you doing? I was just thinking about you, and act like I'm psychic. So you can do some pretty cool tracking with it. The next thing we're going to talk about is contact groups. You can group people into various buckets, so to speak. And so, like potential buyers and potential sellers, I think we're going to put those in as default just by, automatically have those in there. You, of course, can change them if you want to. But we figure those are 2 buckets that everybody's going to want. And so potential buyers group, I've got 3 people in there already. If I wanted to send an email to this group, I could do that. It's going to be exactly the same thing. I'm just going to have 3 emails in the email to field. So exactly the same format. Somebody did ask about why would I want to remove the video. Yeah, I don't know, because this tool is all about sending video, but if you just want to send an email, so you can use it, then if you just wanted to put in some graphics or some information, you can use it as an email-only tool. So that is the answer to that question. You can create a new group. So, or if you want to add people to that group, so let's say I want to add testguy@test.com. Now I've got another person inside that group. I want to remove somebody from the group, I can. And then you can also create a new group, give it a new group name, and say sellers or whatever you want it to be. Freezing up on me here. Our computers might be really slow. There we go. We got a new group sellers. Click on that. Of course, there's nobody in that group currently, so we need to add people. I restarted my computer, hoping that I would run into issues, but it's been acting up lately, so bear with me on the loading. So get loading. And so here we go. Finally, there are no contacts in this group, so I can add people to that group. Various groups. So you can have, people that are past sellers, people that have whatever the buckets you want to create. You can match them up as granular as you possibly could want to. All the emails we talked about they're all stored. So if I were to come here and go down, you'll see your email here. So if I wanted to repurpose that email for another reason, I could do that. All the videos that you create are stored. So here's the one that we created today. There's a whole bunch of other ones that I've got in here. And so you can do a lot of things with this. If you want to delete it, you can. If you want to edit it, you can. So you want to change the title, for example, or the name. If you want to quick send this one out and just send an email to somebody, you can do that as well. If you want to just watch it and see what the content actually is. If you want to share it out to social networks, you can do that. If you want to get some embed codes and put it on your own website, all available to you there. And then drip campaigns. That's the last piece of this here. So we talked about how maybe you want to create a video campaign that is designed for new buyers. And so I've already got one in here. I say submit to now. I'm going to see I've got a number of videos in here that I've added already. I'm going to delete a couple just to show you how it works. And so I'm going to leave 3 in here. So let's just say I've got 3 videos. If somebody's been added to this drip campaign, this first email is going to be sent immediately. And so as soon as they get dropped into this drip campaign group, they're going to get an email that is the intro email, for example. The next email that they're going to get is going to be sent after 3 days. The next one is going to be sent after 6 days. So now I'm going to say I want to send that new one that I just created, and when do I want to send this one? Well, I've got already after 6 days, let's say after 9 days. We just say add email to the campaign, and sure enough, we've got that email ready to go. So you can create, again, a campaign of emails that go out to new buyers. So that's the flow in here. Again, this is in beta testing, so we know it works. It's definitely working. There's certainly some features that we plan to add to it as we move forward. All right, questions come in. I get distracted. I just want to make sure the audio is working, so I'm looking at the questions. I want to answer questions, at the end and not get sidetracked. So again, I'll get to those here in a little while. We're also allowing you to do videos from some other places. So if I come back into my managed properties area here in my ListingsMagic account, one of the areas that you're able to incorporate video is in the marketing email that you send to your clients. So many of you have used this tool, and you may not have noticed that you can actually add a custom video message. It's been in there for a while, and a lot of agents have taken advantage of it, but I have a feeling that a lot of you may not even know about that or know that it exists. So same thing, it's just like sending the email we talked about earlier, but it's going to be that marketing email that goes to you and or to your clients, but now you can incorporate a video inside of it. So if I want to get notified when it's open, I say yes, and then do I want to add video to it? Yes. And again, the same thing. I would record a new video. Hey, just wanted to let you know I've created the marketing for your house. We're excited about getting it on the market. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see change. Whatever you want to put into that video. But again, a great way to connect with your clients and just show them how tech savvy you are. I mean, people, this is definitely a tool. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about here is that a lot of the stuff that we've done at ListingsMagic, we do with the mindset of automation. So we try and take as much of the workload off of your hands as we possibly can, down to, even Craigslist. I mean, you can't completely 100% automate it, but man, we make it really fast and easy. If you're using our Craigslist tool, you know that. When a new property hits the market, if you're part of one of our offices, we are automatically generating the virtual tour of the single property site. We're linking it to realtor.com if we can. We link it to the MLS. Again, as much as we can possibly take on and take off of your plate, we do. This tool is a new, shift for us in the sense that we can't make videos for you. We're not going to come to your house and video you and upload that for you. This is going to take you doing the work. And I did a presentation for this a couple months ago when we were first launching just the initial phases of it, and everybody was like oohing and ahhing at how cool and easy it was. And then I asked the question. There's probably 30 or 40 people in the room, and I asked the question, so how many of you guys are going to use it? First I asked the question, how many of you guys are impressed with this? Pretty cool. Everybody raises their hand. And then I asked the question, who's going to go and use this? And about 2 people raised their hand. And I just think that that's just a reflection of an uncomfort level of being on camera, and it's just a hurdle that you as agents, you've got to get over it. The truth of the matter is, what you look like getting in the car with your clients is what you look like on video. It's not like any kind of magic here. And maybe you think, oh, I need to get a studio, or I've got to get some kind of fancy equipment. You don't. Your cell phone, your tablet, your webcam is all you need to do this. People don't need and don't really care about how fancy your production is, in my opinion, as far as video is concerned. It's really about you. And if you think about, one of the things I was going to put into the PowerPoint, but I just kind of, I actually forgot about it. I was thinking about it, is if you think about the sales process. I've taken a lot of sales trainings over the years. I used to be a sales rep for a couple of companies throughout my, prior to getting into and starting ListingsMagic. And so I was with lots of sales training companies, and there's always different reasons why people are going to, buy, or in this sense, why they're going to use you as an agent. And it could be, your past, history of how many sales you've had, and we're going to show you, I'm going to show you some stuff here if we have time on Zillow on how to actually help you in that domain. But what it comes down to is trust. At the end of the day, it comes down to trust. They choose you because they trust you. And you cannot really convey trust in a traditional email. Text just doesn't do it. Even a written testimonial is great, and it helps build the trust. But I would submit that your ability to convey and create trust with people with video is the most powerful element to what this tool can do for you. So again, I think that the thing that I'm going to try and help you guys straddle is the utilization of this tool set and actually putting it to work. I have zero doubt, 100% confidence that if you utilize this tool and utilize it effectively and consistently, it will 100% improve your business and improve your relationship with your clients and keep you top of mind when they're considering who they want to use for their real estate needs. And we're going to keep adding more features and functionality into this product set and increase its scope and hopefully its utilization. So again, you can send it that way. Another way that we've added the ability to do video is if somebody were to create a lead. So I'm actually looking at our single property website here. If I click on So if I'm a consumer, I can either do chat. Chat's one of the ways that we have garnered a lot of leads, but I'm going to just go ahead and do a lead this way. So I'm going to say excuse. And then I'll do my Gmail account. So this is somebody creating a lead from one of your properties, one of your single property websites. So if they were to actually request some more information from you, I've already gotten the text notification on that lead. I'm going to open it up and let you know what it says. And so it says, you've got a lead off of your property website for, it's bogus property here, like safety lane or whatever it is. And it says, please tell me the following. And I didn't actually ask any questions of it. And then we actually in that say, lead follow-up is critical to closing internet leads. Follow up with a video email to this and click here. So I can record a video from my phone and send it back to that lead immediately. So I can't show you that on my phone because I don't have my phone, I'm using it right now. But I'm going to open up my email and show you. We also send you an email. So you're going to get that text notification that you got a new lead. And then, of course, my email got to load updates. But it'll be the same capability inside of the email. So once the email is received, you can actually do that same thing, do a video follow-up. And I'm not saying the first thing you want to do to a new lead is send a video saying, hi, I'm so-and-so. I would say call them, obviously, or send them a regular email. But if you're not able to reach them and you haven't been able to connect with them, then send them an email or a video email. And so I'll show you that here. So here's that lead that we just got. There's the lead information. Hopefully you're seeing that on your screen here. And so just like I said, it's going to say lead follow-up is critical to closing internet leads. Please follow up with the video, or you can follow up with the video email to this lead. All you got to do is click there. Same thing from before, record from your webcam, upload a file, or record from your phone. And because they left a cell phone number, you have the ability to send a text message to them as well. So if you want to include a text, and it'll just be a link to your video, it's just, we're trying to cover all the bases here. And so that's another way that we've incorporated video into the product set. And I think that's it for video as far as how to access it, how to utilize it. Again, it's brand new. We're going to be adding a lot more functionality and features to it as we move forward, but it's got a pretty good base. I'd say that the tools that are out there that are just video email services out there, we've got at least 90% of the feature sets that they've got covered. And again, what I like or what I'm excited about is it's all incorporated into one product set. So you don't have to have different, got to remember your username and login and go to this software package for this. We really are a broad spectrum marketing tool set at an incredibly affordable price point. I almost think that sometimes people are, of the mindset that, we can't be that good because you're so cheap. I think we should charge more for what we do, but we want to give you guys a tool set that gets you more business, keeps you around using our product, and we just love what we do here. So that's the video product. Let me go take a look at questions. There's a couple other things I'm going to show you if you guys want to stick around and see some other new features, because you might not know about these other features that we've actually added as well. And I thought there was another question. I don't see it now. Maybe it's because I closed it. I don't see it. Sorry, if you asked a question and it hasn't been answered, I don't see it now for some reason. Any questions on the video tool set, go ahead and pop them in there. In the meantime, I want to show you and talk to you about our Easy Zillow reviews tool. So if you come to your account area and go to Edit Account Information, you'll see a new option here, Set Up Your Zillow Reviews URL. And so what that basically is a way to more easily and quickly get your past clients to give you reviews on Zillow. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have this distrust for Zillow. I have to admit that I did for a long time, and I've really come full circle on my views on Zillow for now, at least, because they've really shifted and have proven through actions that they really do want to work with agents. And this is not something that I'm not saying you got to go sign up and be a premier agent with Zillow. This is all free tools that are available to you. So if I come over here and I'm going to use Alan. I just know that I've used him as a demo before, Alan Smith, very successful agent here with RE/MAX Professionals in Colorado. And so if I come here and open up his Zillow profile, you'll see he's got a nice number of reviews, 4.9 out of 5, very, legitimate. You don't expect to get 5 out of 5, especially as you get more reviews. But the way to get a review is a little bit convoluted. So you can actually send from Zillow to your client base. This is what I've heard from agents. There's a couple of reasons why they have been challenged to get these reviews on Zillow. One is they don't know how at all. Just haven't even looked into it. I have no idea how to do it. Don't know where I would go. That's the first one. Second one is, I sent a request through Zillow. Many of you may have tried this. So I've sent a request through Zillow, and they just didn't do anything with it. I never got a response back. Or they, sent a request to their clients, hey, can you give me a review on Zillow? But they didn't give them any way for the clients to know how to do it. And so we're trying to make this process a lot easier for you. And the value back to you is the higher, or the bigger the number of reviews you have on Zillow, even for your own listings. And let me try and pull up. I'm just going to go look at Zillow and just pick an area and just say Colorado, since we were looking at Alan already. And so there's a number of listings here, and if I were to just choose one. All right, he's a premier agent. So if you're a premier agent, you get your listings yourself. I'm trying to find somebody that is not a premier agent to show you. Perfect, here we go. This is a perfect example. So here's a listing. Zillow, what's nice is that they always provide the listing agent information here. So here it is, Patrick Manning. However, as I look down below here, I've got some other agents that are premier agents. Now, even Beth, she's a premier agent. She needs to do a little bit better with her review. She's only got 3 reviews on Zillow. But as I go down here, you've got Brett and Jennifer Davidson. You've got Steve Shields. And so if I'm a person that wants to find out more about this property, a nice $1.5 million house, do I want to talk to Patrick, who doesn't look like he's really that successful, just based on what I see here? Or do I want to talk to, I'm going to choose to talk to Brett and Jennifer. And so the concept here is that these, again, if you're not a premier agent, this is how your listings show up on Zillow. These are the opportunities you didn't know you didn't get. Let me say that again. If I were to be a real buyer that was interested in this South Polo Ridge Drive property and I came to Zillow, which a lot of people are doing, I think you guys all know the stats on Zillow, between Zillow and Trulia and their websites, they command roughly, this is a ComScore stat, 60% of the real estate traffic. And I don't know, that number may be inflated, but regardless, they command a very, very large percentage of the real estate traffic that's out there. And so if I were to go ahead and complete this form and decide that I want to contact Brett and Jennifer Davidson, I didn't know that I didn't get that possible buyer because they got it. And so if you can increase this number here and have more reviews, it's going to implicitly help your business. And so that's just the logic behind why we've created this Zillow Reviews tool. And so how it works is when you click on it, this will probably be blank, this will be blank, and this will be blank. So what we're going to do is going to show you where you're going to get these URLs from. So again, these are the things that we can't do for you. You have to do it yourself. So let's just say that I'm Alan Smith, and I'm going to use him as the example here. So I'm going to come back here. The reviews URL is this one, or the read reviews. So I'm going to copy this URL and come back over here and paste it in the reviews URL area. So put that there. Now, if I want the right review URL, I'm going to click on this right review. So this is the URL. Because I'm logged in as an agent, you're probably going to see this as well if you're logged into your account. Don't worry about this. This is the correct URL. So regardless of this notification here, Zillow is very, very, strict about their reviews. Every review gets reviewed, and so you'll have reviews that may even get rejected. A note of, technology point for you, don't have your clients do it on your laptop because they may see the same IP address. Have them do it from their computer. But anyway, so now take that URL that's in here and look at this URL. I mean, this is not something you want to, try and remember or send your clients x1-zvuz987. It's just, no, that's too much. So just copy it, paste it in the Write Reviews URL section here. And then what do you want your short alias to be? This will make sense to you in a second here, but I'll just change it to, and it'll tell you if it's available or not available. So I can change it to this if I add to it 6, 7, kind of one that's not available. If it's not available, it'll tell you it's not. If it is, you're fine. Go ahead and go with it, and then update. And now that you've updated it, you've got your short URL that you can use in various marketing pieces. So I'm going to copy it and open it up in a new tab. And so you can see it's Zillow.review/Hansgoose. Oh, I put Handgoose. Let's change that. So you can see how easy it is to update. So this is available. Boom. And I'm just going to open it up. And you'll see that one more thing that I did here is I forgot to mention this to you. There is another place where you can use video. So you can record an intro video for your Zillow reviews page. And so I did that, and it shows up here. And I don't think you're going to hear this or not. So effectively, you're asking your clients to give a review by putting video into your reviews URL. And so here's what shows up. Your information. If they want to read your reviews, they can. If you don't have to put the read reviews in there, if you want to leave that out and you just want to focus on getting reviews for you, you can do that as well. Like if you don't have that many reviews, you can leave that out until you do get some. But then you click on the Write Review, and it'll take them right to that page again. Don't worry about this because I'm logged in and I should have logged out beforehand. But I promise you, it'll take them to the ability to write the review for you that quickly, that easily. We also have included the ability for your clients to leave a video testimonial for you. So in that video here, if I were to play it all the way through, I actually make a call out to say, hey, if you feel like you'd be willing to do so, I'd really appreciate a video testimonial from you. Video is so much more powerful, and we're going to give you the ability to capture these testimonials from your client base, and we haven't put them into a tool yet, but we'll be, as we start to grow this product, we'll give you the ability to embed that in your website, share it on social media, et cetera, et cetera. And I saw a hand raised. I clicked on it and it went away. I don't know what's going on here. What's the question? If you have questions, keep them coming in here. I'd be happy to answer them. So that's the Zillow Reviews tool. Highly recommend you set that up for yourself. If you have any questions on it, feel free to reach out to us on our support line, or chat is the best way to reach us. We always have chat available 9 to 5 Mountain Standard Time, actually sometimes earlier Eastern Standard Time as well. And so that's the Zillow Reviews tool that we have just launched that we're excited about. And a few questions come in. Can you upload multiple sets of contacts? No, if you're going to put in multiple sets of contacts, like if you're going to do a CSV file, you'll drop them in and then you need to put them into the groups manually. So going back to the video email tool, the question pertaining to that, you can't just say, I'm going to add contacts only to this group. You would need to then dump them into those various buckets that you created as far as groups are concerned. And so that is the Zillow Reviews URL tool set. Let's see. And then lastly, is I want to show you guys a preview of our new single property website. We have been working hard on updating, even our single property website isn't that old, and it really works quite well. This is our current one right now, and I put it up against pretty much any other product out there. It's very elegant. People like it a lot. But we just thought we wanted to take it a notch further and create a whole new level of elegance that we just think was available and not being displayed here. So I'm going to show you a preview of this, and after this is done, anybody that registered for the webinar, I'll send you a sample of or a link to this new one, and we want to get feedback from you guys. Again, keep in mind it's not ready for release yet, but it will be, I would say, within 2 weeks. And So this is loading our new single property site. And hopefully you can see the animation. So we've got the address being typed on the screen. Once it's done, it locks down here. As I scroll down, the property information animates in. So it gives you the property details. And then the photos animate in. As you can see, you've got the navigation here on the left-hand side for the various things that you want to do. So if I want to skip down to the video, I can. If I want to open up a particular photo, I can do that. Down, all the photos are in the gallery. You're going to come in this elegant way. You've got the map that comes in, it slides in as well. If you're using a 3D Matterport tour, a lot of agents are using Matterport. We've got the ability to embed those into here as well. And then the contact me information is here. And then additional resources. You can upload files, and they'll be stored here. So if you've got a floor plan, the brochure, of course, will be there. But if you want to put in some custom information, you can as well. And so we're really excited about this. It's, I would say, it's a subjective. It is like saying I like Rembrandt better than Monet, but I again will put this tour up against anything else that we've seen in the marketplace. So we're really excited about giving that to you guys as well. Question is, what is the path for the Zillow reviews? Yeah, let me show you how to do that again. And so the Zillow reviews URL area is under edit. The hover on account, edit account information, and then you'll see the third option is click to set up your easy Zillow reviews URL. And a lot of things that I talked about how to set it up are all available to you in this video. So if you didn't catch all the things that I said about copying and pasting, there's a video that you can watch that shows you how to do it and set it up. And then, again, use this short URL in your email. So copy it and come over here and send it to your clients. Make it easy for them. So they don't have to hunt and peck around at Zillow. A lot of times the email that comes from Zillow, even though it comes from you're asking your clients, Zillow has the ability inside of their system to say, send an email to my clients asking them for a review. The problem is it doesn't come from you. It's not personalized. It comes from Zillow, and it gets missed. I mean, I just don't know how many people have had that frustration, but I've heard it a lot. That, I've asked for a review through Zillow, and I never got a response back. And my theory is that it's A, not personalized, B, it's not coming from you directly. And so now, with this link, you can do that very quickly and very easily. And then back to the new tour. So like I said, I'm going to send you guys a sample of this new tour. You can take a look at it. Any feedback that you've got, we're still in development process. I can't promise you we'll put it in, but we certainly want to hear from you. What you like, what you don't like, and what you might want to see done differently, just so we can collectively create this tool together and not develop it in our own little vacuum of geekiness here. And so, but we're really excited about it. It's going to be a game changer for you guys. Your sellers are going to love it. I think that is it. So still got a few minutes left. If you have any questions on any things that we've shown you guys today, now is the chance to do so. I think I've run out of new things to show you for now. I think that's a pretty comprehensive update to our product set. One thing I do want to talk about, and this is important to note, a lot of you, I don't know, if you don't have chat turned on for your properties, I highly recommend you make sure chat is turned on for your listings. It is the #1 lead generator, I would say, in the industry. So we talked about when you're looking at a property website, and so let me go back to the existing one because the chat's not available currently inside of this one. So if I look at the existing one here, what I'm referring to is this little chat box that sits here. It is the most successful lead generator, I think, in real estate, hands down, across the board. The reason is because the person that's watching this can ask a question of you anonymously. And so, again, they get to watch the tour for a few seconds, and then this pops out automatically. Again, we're doing this automatically. Jane Realtor, which is me, did not pop that out. Technology popped it out. It says, hello there, I happen to be online right now. Can answer any questions for you. We have gone into our database to look at where leads are captured from, and this is by far and away the #1 in our system And I'd be willing to put it up against any other product that's out there. Why more companies don't do this? I should shut my mouth, because it's really a differentiator for us in the industry is puzzling to me. But it works because people can remain anonymous. But once that conversation has started, and even if you don't answer it, so if I were to put in a, what is the square footage, I'm going to get a text message here. I just got it already. I can respond back via text, but I'm not going to respond. I'm going to wait a few seconds here and not respond, because just like you, you're probably busy, you're driving, you're in a closing, you're with clients, you're with kids, whatever it may be, you're not really able to chat at the moment right now. But you certainly don't want to leave that person hanging and, say, hey, I'm online, and then not respond back to them. So after a few seconds, we kick back an autoresponder. So if we detect that you haven't written back to these guys, we notice that, and it's about a minute or so. So you can see some people are like, can't you make it 5 minutes? No, that's ridiculous. People are not going to sit around for 5 minutes. I even think the 1 minute, I think it's about a minute and a half, is too long. And currently, it's not something that is a setting that you can change. We're actually afraid that if we give agents the ability to change it, they will change it to 5 minutes, and it'll lose its effectiveness. But after a few seconds, the autoresponder will kick back, and it'll say, sorry that I'm on a call right now, or I'm busy, or I'm tied up right now. Can I get back to you? I'm sorry. There it goes. Sorry, but I'm on a call right now. Can you please leave me your email and your phone number, and I will get right back to you. It's a little sneaky. I know. This is a little deceptive. I apologize for that, but not really. Sorry, not sorry. This aspect of it, I think, has done more to generate leads for agents than even the ones that respond back. So a lot of agents will go, yeah, the square footage is 3,000. Can I answer any questions for you? No, thanks, great, bye. And what this does is it actually asks for their information. And again, why I think it's so effective is because even though they're anonymous at this point, because you've engaged them on some level, they feel an obligation to leave that information back to you. Again, not everybody's going to do this. This is not, there's no, magical catch-all that is going to get you leads for everything. But the conversion that this tool has is off the charts. So just another point on, how to utilize the product. No, there is one more thing I do want to show you guys. I forgot. So sign writers. I don't know how many of you that are on this call actually are utilizing our sign writers. For chat. So the question is, while we're on chat, I'll go ahead and show you the setup for chat is inside of any of your property tools. So if I click on Manage Properties and just choose one, you can set up the chat here. So it's going to be in the leads area. So you can set up your chat phone availability options. So your initial message is here, but we give you even more granular abilities here. You can set up which phone number you want it to go to. So for this particular property, this will be the information that gets looked at. Oops, I forgot to show you. If you want to set up your phone availability, you can say on Saturday, I want that chat little icon to show up between this time and this time. I am of the opinion, have it be there all the time. There are people that, and I know it might seem weird, I don't want to get a chat at 2 a.m. Hopefully you don't have your phone by your head at 2 a.m. and receive phone calls, because you will get those text messages. But it's just my opinion. I say leave it on because you never know. You might get a lead from it. A show a couple months ago tell me that they forgot to turn their phone off. They leave it on 24/7. They forgot to turn their phone off, and they actually got a chat at 2 in the morning. It woke them up, and again, I'm not suggesting you do that. But the guy's like, the message was, I doubt you're really online. And he wrote back, oh, yes, I am. Next thing you know, he's got himself a lead, because he actually responded to that. And he said, he explained to him, he said, I'm not always available at 2 a.m., so don't think I'm a weirdo. But anyhow, just kind of the story. That's where you can set up that chat. If you want to set your chat defaults up, so you want to, my computer's locking up again here. We build a new property, we're looking at your account defaults. So if you want to change your account default, it's available to you here. Set your marketing default. Come on, open up. I don't have to. That I reset, and I hope that it would be fine. But finally, here we go. Come on. a lot of demos. You know, it just always seems to some kind of a glitch is going to have computer that's glitching out on you. But from here, once this finally loads, this is where you can set the defaults for all future listings as far as, so, you know, first, when we build a property, we're going to look to this information here, and then you can go in and change it for a particular property under the chat area that I showed you earlier. And so it's just taking an extremely long amount of time to load. And I just wonder sometimes if it's, because it always seems to happen when I'm doing a webinar. I'm wondering if it's the webinar software that seems to just pose things a little bit. And so from in here, you can set your chat preferences and availability. And what's going to happen is every time you build a new listing, we're going to look to this information here. So it looks exactly the same as the per property one, but this is the one that is collectively going to be looked at for all of your future listings. And again, and if you want to change that number for all of your existing properties, you can. So again, if you don't check this box, all we're going to do is update future listings. But if you check this box, we'll go through and update all the current ones to whatever this number and email is. And so that's a little bit more on chat. And like I said, there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys. We're coming up on 1 hour here, but we're really excited about this. Rider sign. So if you've been using anybody's rider sign out there, I know there's another company out there that does GPS-based rider signs. I'm drawing a blank on what their name is. I'll think of it here in a second. But we now have a GPS-based rider sign solution. And so the default is, let me just go ahead and bring one up here and show you what they look like. I didn't think about this, otherwise I'd have had this up sooner. I'm just going to show you one that we're able to customize these based on what's called a keyword. And so I'm going to make this smaller. The cool thing is there's no assigning a code to it because it's it's GPS based. And so we've secured a number of what are called keywords. So this is called a short code. And so backing up a step, I kind of got ahead of myself here. When we launched rider signs, it's going back probably 7 years ago or so. They had short codes, but they were not currently something that was very well adapted to. That people just didn't know what they were yet. It was confusing. And so we chose to use an 800 number. And so you could either call the 800 number or you could text, and then you'd have a code you'd have to enter. And so that code would be, let's just say 1234. And then once that was received, we would kick back a text to that person. They would have property information. The agent would receive the lead. You know, it worked, and we saw a really good utilization of it. A lot of agents were really thrilled with the number of leads they were getting. But as technology has shifted and as the market shifted, we're seeing that people are just leery of calling anything or even texting to a number, and especially texting to an 877 number, which ours is an 877 number. And so we decided to move to short codes. And short codes are these codes here. You've probably seen them all over the place. You know, if you're voting for American Idol, they're used in all kinds of marketing these days. And so ours is very simple. We create a keyword, and our standard keyword, just if you're not with a Remax or any of the other keywords that we've secured, it's just going to be see me. The text see me to 878787. What happens is that person is then going to receive back a text that is a link. Once they open that link, we now know where they are, and based on that geolocation, we're going to be able to show them the property they're in front of. So if that's your listing, and it's very accurate. We've been testing this extensively and have had almost 100% success as far as, the only times we don't have success is if there's no service or if the GPS coordinates are incorrect. And so that's something that we're going to give you the ability to tweak the GPS coordinates to make sure that your listing shows up in the areas. So how it works, I'll show you a little bit here. Oh, I wanted to show, I'm jumping all over the place here, bear with me. Forgot to show this to you earlier. Even Zillow in their Premier Agent, the documentation talks about using video email to reach out to clients in terms of conversion. So just a little side note there that I forgot to show you earlier. So I'm going to show you how it works. This is what they would receive a link. This is what would show up on their phone. Again, it's mobile, of course, mobilized, of course. So it would look a little more like this on the phone. But the property closest to you is below, and so it gives them the ability to. And if this is your listing, just by the fact that this listing showed up in #1 position, you're going to get that lead. And so I just have some test coordinates set up in here. And so it's showing as Boulder, Colorado, but it's going to be wherever they physically are. And so we'll be launching this very, very soon. It's not quite there yet. If you want to be in beta testing and get a couple of riders sent to you, you can. I'll let you know the keywords that we've got. We've got RE/MAX secured. We've got KW Home secured. What else do we have? Here with illustrated properties, iProp is secured, but again, the generic one is going to be CME. So just let us know, which company you're with, and if you want to get some of these signs, we will get them out to you. But that's the other new development in the product. And again, just a great green-friendly, very simple and easy. You don't have to, assign rider sign codes. You just get a bunch of these signs, stick them in front of every one of your properties. Your sellers will think it's really cool. We're going to be adding more functionality to that. So we're going to, now that we've got that person and they're using this, they've looked at some properties, we're going to try and get them to search more properties by using this app. We're going to create more like an app. So we got a lot of plans as far as where we're going to take this product set as well and develop it further. So that is finally it from my side. I want to thank you guys. I don't see any more questions. I want to be respectful of your time. It's now 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you take advantage of the tools that we're providing to you to help you manage your business, to make your business go smoother and easier, and ultimately be more successful. Thanks for your time. Have a fantastic day. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to shut it down.